Welcome to Foundations of Character. My name is Scott Wilkinson and this is my channel. Now this channel is devoted to helping parents, teachers, coaches, instructors develop world-changing character in the children that we serve. My main mission with this channel is to provoke thought. I just want to get you to thinking. Hopefully, I'm going to give you a unique perspective based on my career as a martial arts school owner and instructor that primarily worked with kids. In this video, this is video number 3 and my final pre-frame video. A pre-frame is a strategic communication technique that prepares someone for a conversation in the future. Video number 1 was the 5 steps to raising great kids. Video number 2 was basics of child development. And video number 3, this one, is God culture and human culture. Now remember, as I take you through this, that this channel is about building character, mainly in children, that makes the world a better place. These pre-frame videos are just laying the foundation for what I want to share. So let's get into it. Let's start with human culture. A simple definition of culture is the shared custom, belief, behaviors, and ways of life that characterize a particular group of people. For this video, I'm going to lump all humans under one culture. The human culture. It's an overview perspective. You know, what do humans do? What have humans always done? For thousands of years, throughout all of recorded history, what has been the character of humans? The funny thing is that you only need to look at current events to recognize what humans do, how they behave, what their customs and beliefs are, and how they live their life. Technologically, humans have developed and advanced so far. We have created incredible technologies, especially in the last 125 years. I mean, in 1903, the Wright brothers made their first successful flight. And since then, we've put men on the moon, created computers, the internet, cell phones, all kinds of incredible tech. But humans have not developed or advanced their heart, their ethics, their morality at all. As a human, it's sort of embarrassing. We haven't been able to improve our nature, the nature of our heart, our ethics, our morality for thousands of years. We're still the same people we were thousands of years ago. I'll prove it to you. Let me walk you through some of the main categories of what humans do and give examples of each. And all of these have been in the news lately. They seem to constantly be in the news every day. So here are the main categories of human culture with examples of each that humans have engaged in for thousands of years. Number 1 is sex, all kinds of sex. Premarital sex, extramarital sex, homosexuality. Now they're calling them minor attracted people, looking at dirty videos and images, forced intercourse, polyamory, polygamy, prostitution, gender confusion. We even have furries. And sex slavery still exists. There are even shows, documentaries, movies, and cartoons that promote things in this category. There's even an entire month of Pride that promotes all kinds of sex. Moving on to number 2, murder, which is the spilling of innocent blood. We have abortion, homicide, genocide, mercy killings. There's even a push for assisted soul and body separation. There's still child sacrifice. We have recently had random stabbings on trains, assassinations, pushing people on tracks of the subway, and school shootings. Some humans are fighting for their right to do some of those things. Number 3 is stealing, looting, stealing phones, shoplifting, carjacking, credit card theft, identity theft, breaking car windows to steal what's inside, porch pirates. I've even seen where some parents are teaching their kids to steal packages off porches. Some prosecutors are making a no consequence policy for this categories. Number 4 is lying and cheating. Let's see, we have the media, the government, politicians, pharma, doctors, lawyers, scientists, food labeling and production, insurance companies, husbands, wives, experts, and teachers. You probably got a big taste of lying during the plague of 2019 and 2020. Number 5 is greed. Pharma, insurance company, monopoly, slave labor, drug cartels, politicians, monstrous corporations, social media companies, phone manufacturers, and manipulative, fear-based advertising. Greed could also encompass sex, money, power, and control. When has this not been a part of human culture? Number 6 is just violence. We have riots. A few years ago, there was the knockout game, destruction of property, wars, gangs, forced intercourse, school shootings, and arson. Every day, there's something violent happening. Number 7 is arrogance and pride. Under this, I would put the entitlement, evolution, vanity, narcissism, atheism, professors in academia, popularity, and anyone that claims to be an expert. Number 8 is manipulation through fear. We have climate change, scarcity, threat of force, asteroids and comets are going to destroy the earth. The poles are going to flip, leading to a catastrophic event. Aliens are coming, extreme name calling and labeling like racist, bigot, Nazi, fascist. Oh, and let's not forget viruses, whether they're man-made or natural. Varying degrees of fear is what separates humans. Number 9 is the accumulation of power, which is money, possessions, and influence, and wanting more. And number 10 is drug and alcohol abuse. An awful lot of these things on this list happen as a result of drug and alcohol abuse. This is just a short list of the struggles and habits that have been plaguing the human culture for thousands of years. Now, some modern health experts lump all of this list under mental health issues. I mean, we have an expert label for everything. Most of the items on this list are a result of a character issue or even a spiritual issue. I think that mental health issues are used as an excuse to justify destructive or bad behavior. Instead of taking responsibility for your actions, humans can just blame it on some diagnosis by name. I couldn't help it because I was diagnosed with this. Now, if you fight for, promote, believe in, or support any of the things listed in the human culture category, you are part of the human culture. A culture that has not improved ethically or morally for thousands of years. Humans have just learned to hide their poor ethics and morality behind clever labels, especially with social media. And even now, you can sit anonymously behind a keyboard and promote all kinds of unethical and immoral things. Now let's take a look at God culture. What is God culture? Well, 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, God gave a man named Moses some rules or commands in order to separate God's people from all other people. The key word here is separate. A simple definition of separate would be to form a distinction or boundary between. In the context of this video, I could define separate as distinct or different from the human culture. Now, God culture rules reflect the highest standards imaginable. The rules for living a good life themselves seem simple, and there's only 10 that were written in stone. I'm going to emphasize the 10 and explain them to you so that you can clearly see the distinction between God culture and human culture, and you see the separation. Whether you believe or accept the God or God culture standards or not, it's undeniable that if you tried to live by these standards, or if you tried to raise your kids using these ideas, the world would be a better, safer place to live. Now, here are the God culture rules intended to separate God culture people from human culture people. Number 1, have no other gods. There is only one God. The standard for this would be like any person, relationship, idea, philosophy, habit, occupation, sport, or other object that becomes more important than God is not allowed. This is the first and most important rule and is the primary separation. Instead of putting your faith and trust in humans and human standards and experts, you're putting your faith and trust in God's standards. So you will care more about what God thinks about you than what other humans think about you. Raising your kids to prioritize God protects them from the influences of the human culture. And human culture concepts are relentless. Number 2, no idols. The standard for this is anything that becomes a focus of ultimate importance or priority in a person's life, such as possessions, money, power, habits, career, relationship, or even yourself. Anything that you sacrifice to is an idol. An example would be sacrificing truth to maintain a friendship. or a job or a position. For instance, biological truth is that boys cannot become girls and girls cannot become boys. But let's say you have a friend that has a child that is confused about their gender due to human culture influences. So you sacrifice biological truth in order to keep the friendship. The friendship in this scenario is an idol because you'd rather sacrifice the truth rather than sacrifice the friendship. Number 3 is do not make wrongful use of God's name. Now, the standard for this is only speak God's name to honor God. An example would be professing to be a follower of God or part of the God culture and His rules, but living your daily life in line with and promoting human culture characteristics. Using God's name to justify and excuse bad behavior like God wants me to be happy or God made me this way. Or promising God something in a vow or prayer but having no intent and make no effort to follow through on that vow or prayer. Number 4, the day of rest is holy. This is called the Sabbath day. The standard is this day should be set aside for God, family, and service to others. Examples would be going to church, hanging out with other people that are involved with God culture, spending quality time with family and friends. You should focus on spiritual things on this day. Think about everything you're grateful for. Read the Bible and look for meaning. Rest and renew your body, mind, and spirit. Now, these first 4 rules or commands instruct you about where God fits in your life, your focus, your worldview, your habits, your discipline. These first 4 rules are the foundation of the separation between God culture and human culture. They also provide protection from the influence of human culture. Now, the next 6 rules or commands are about how to treat other people. Keep in mind that they were written down 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. Advocates for the human culture fight against all these rules. Human culture followers hate these rules and consider God culture rules as hateful. Let's take a look at how hateful these 6 rules are. Number 5 would be enthusiastically appreciate your mother and father and have deep affection for them, or honor your mother and father. The standard is don't embarrass or shame your mother and father. Shame doesn't even exist in the human culture. Be kind to your mom and dad, obey them, help them, and follow their guidance. Parents are the earthly examples of God's love, authority, correction, and training. Number 6, do not spill innocent blood, which is murder. The standard is don't even wish for harm or think about harming an innocent. Life is sacred in God culture. It's not sacred in human culture. Number 7, do not have sexual relations outside of marriage. Now, God culture marriage is defined as the formal union of one man and one woman for life. If you even look at someone or think about someone with a lustful intent, you have broken this rule or command. Number 8 is do not take anything that doesn't belong to you. The standard includes not taking material possessions, intellectual property, health, identity, reputation, trust, gaining something by dishonest means, fraud, or innocence, withholding something that belongs to another, or taking credit for someone else's work, or even being unproductive at your job. It doesn't matter your reason for taking something, like you're poor, you had a hard life, you're in drugs. Doesn't matter what the reason is, don't take it. Number 9 is do not give misleading testimony about another person that causes harm, which means don't lie. The standard includes spreading rumors, slander, gossip, partial truth, gestures intended to deceive, or any form of malicious communication that damages someone's reputation, character, or well-being. And number 10, do not have an excessive, jealous, or distorted desire for what belongs to someone else. This is what covet means. This standard represents an evil internal desire for someone else's possession, status, or spouse. This rule is associated with selfishness, envy, and greed. That's it. The hateful 10. Now, if you fight for, believe in, promote, or support these 10 rules, you are part of God culture. The rules in God culture are a choice to strive for and are absolute. The depravity of human culture characteristics are not absolute. These two cultures are not designed to mix together because of what society says. They absolutely do not mix. For instance, politically, let's say that you are pro-choice. That breaks God culture rule number 6. Don't spill innocent blood. And that means you are on team human culture and not part of God culture because you tried to mix and match the cultures based on what society is doing. Remember that God culture creates a separation between the culture of God and the culture of humans. They do not mix. Now, my ambition is that through making these videos, I can maybe provide some clarity to parents. What is it you want for your kids? What are you trying to accomplish as a parent specifically? Is it to raise great kids, successful, honorable, strong kids, healthy kids, independent kids? Are you trying to make the world a better place by raising great kids, or are your standards much lower? Are you just trying to keep them alive for 18 years? Now, in this particular video, I wanted to put the human culture characteristics and God culture characteristics side by side in order to provide clarity and the distinctions between the two. Now, embracing, advocating, and living for the human culture leads to more negative outcomes. You have more crime, more death, more corruption, and more harm and suffering to other people. And this has been true since humans have walked this planet. Humans insist on just kicking the can down the road, making excuses, but not making any changes to improve their heart, their ethics, or behaviors. But humans will design more creative ways to be corrupt and unethical, and then wonder why their life sucks. Now, embracing, advocating, and living for the God culture leads to more positive outcomes, less crime, less death, less corruption, and less harm. Choosing God culture is hard because of the constant tug to be part of human culture and society. You may lose the support of friends and lose some family members, but following God culture actually fixes the heart and improves ethical behavior and decisions and removes the stumbling blocks that prevent humans from growing ethically and morally at the same rate as technology. You get to choose which one you serve, the human culture or the God culture. You get to choose how you raise your kids. Your choices as a parent affects the world. Eventually, your kids are going to be the leaders of the world. It's a huge responsibility. Your kids are also the only thing of value that you leave this world when you're gone. Would it be easy to follow the God culture and raise your kids in it? No, absolutely not. But it's a moment-by-moment battle. The battle is between God culture you versus human culture you. Battling your human desires and impulses, battling the human culture influences, battling your own weaknesses, battling constant distraction. It's a daily, moment-by-moment battle. Most humans will find it easier to blame someone else or blame a diagnosis rather than take responsibility for their own thoughts and their own actions. Eventually they get battle weary and they just give up. Unless they go to church and get the support they need and surround themselves with other people that are in the fight. Now, the next videos should be much shorter than these first 3 because they're going to be about how to build great character in children. Now, my ambition is to build a library of videos about how to build great character in children. From here on out, I will mainly be posting videos about that character development stuff. These pre-frame videos were just to set things up, to pre-frame you for the character training. I am new to this whole video thing, so be patient with me. I will get better at it. And leave me some comments, let me know what you think. I would sure appreciate it. So that helps me decide my direction. But thanks for watching. I'm Scott Wilkinson, and this is Foundations of Character.